Hi Stampers, today is Sunday, day 3 of Salute to SaleABration, and I'm happy to do a video today featuring the Approaching Perfection free celebration stamp set. So this stamp set is a red rubber set. It has 7 stamps in it, and it is free with a $50 purchase. I love the sayings in here. They're kind of quirky. A little on the funny side, some of them. The bad news is I forgot your birthday. The good news is I forgot your age. I like that one. So what if you're a year older? You're fabulous. If things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. That's almost insulting. Newsflash, birthdays found to be good for health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. So, and then the balloon and the candles and the big happy birthday. So today we're going to be using this to make a card, and we're also going to be using again the paper that we've been featuring. So if you don't want this paper by now, I haven't done my job in showing it to you. But Paper Blooms on page 3 is the designer series paper that we're going to use in addition to this stamp set. So the stamp set that Approaching Perfection's on page 6, and again that is free with a $50 purchase. So let's get started. I am going to use a punch from the big catalog, and you'll see what it is in a minute. It's a different punch than I showed earlier in the videos, but I'm going to show you a little trick with the pearls, as I promised I would. And so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of petal pink cardstock for our base, which is different than I have been doing, which was white. So get that a nice crisp fold. Okay, we're going to set that aside. We are going to use the Stamparatus today. And so this tool is amazing. Comes with 2 magnets. Store them on the back. Keep them separated at all times. It's $49. It's a great half-price item if you're hosting the party or club. So it also has a darling case that you can purchase in addition to the Stamparatus. So it comes with 2 plates. Today we only need 1 plate, but it does come with 2 plates, which is awesome because the plates are, actually it's like 4 plates because they are reversible, and also we have them from the top. So you can actually mount 4 different stamps on here and keep them mounted at all times. How cool is that? So the stamp we're going to use today from the Approaching Perfection set is just Happy Birthday. I like it because it's nice and bold, and we're going to do the hinge technique with the Stamparatus. So what you want to do first is put your stamp onto your paper where you would like it to be. Make sure it's straight, then press down on the plate and it automatically sticks. Now this is a red rubber cling stamp, so it does not need any extra what do you call that, foam pad. It just straight on. Okay, so I'm going to use 5 different colors today. I'm going to do a little bit of a rainbow. The first color is Rococo Rose. So these colors all coordinate with that designer series paper, Paper Blooms. So if you do not have the spots, you can use your big pad. But if you have the spots, these are amazing for small things like this, the Stamparatus. Okay, so you just ink up your stamp like that. Okay, make sure it's fully inked. If it's not, you can redo it and it's no problem. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to do it just a little bit darker. So we're going to do it one more time. Just to see if we can make it a little bit darker. Okay, perfect. Okay, now this is a perfect time to use your Simply Chamois. If you have one, if you don't have one, you can certainly wipe it off with paper towel and some mist, or however you clean your stamps. But you don't want to remove it from the plate. You just want to clean it the way it is. Okay. Then we are going to hinge step down to the next. So you lift it this way, hinge step down to the next one, close this pad. Now we're going to use Night of Navy. And don't get the ink on your finger. I haven't used this spot in a while, so we'll see how juicy it is. These can be re-inked. So if you have the spots and they need to be re-inked, just use your regular re-inker to re-ink them. Okay, looking good. Next one we're going to do is Old Olive. So I'm going to clean this off, making sure it's nice and clean. So your stamp apparatus, remember, can be cleaned easily. Just take it to the faucet, rinse it with clear water, no soap. Just rinse it with clear water, squeeze it, and it's ready to go. Okay. Hinge step down to the third one. Now we're going to use Old Olive. See how great these are? They work perfectly for this technique. Okay. Clean your stamp. Don't forget to clean your stamp. Now, if you're going light to dark, so for example, if I had done this color, this is Seaside Spray. I don't have a spot for this. So I'm just going to use the pad. And if I had used this before I used the Night of Navy, I wouldn't have needed to clean the stamp because I'm going light to dark. Try not to get it on around the edges. Oops. Hinge. Ooh, I like that. Okay. And then the last color I'm going to do, clean that off. So what's cool about the Stamparatus too is if you are making multiple cards, like Christmas cards or birthday cards, you can leave everything set up and just boom, start doing mass production. So this is the last color we're using. Such a pale green. I always forget the color. Soft Seafoam. So pretty. How pretty that is. Okay, so I like it. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say that's a rainbow. It is a rainbow, but it's not like, yellow, orange, red. Okay, you get it. Okay, so I'm going to leave that mounted. I'm going to go ahead and clean this. So I want to make more. I'll know that it's clean. Okay, so this piece is 4 by 5 1/4 because I'm going to mount. Boy, these magnets are so strong. I'm going to mount this. That's why they say don't put them together or they'll break. You won't be able to get them apart. I'm going to mount this on the Petal Pink cardstock base. So that's why I actually didn't want to. Oh, I got a little smidge on there. Oh, you're not going to be able to tell. Okay. Swear. An accident waiting to happen. I'm going to pop this up and I'm going to mount it on my Petal Pink cardstock. Okay. Before I do that, I want to show you some of that Paper Blooms Designer Series paper and how I'm going to use it. So I picked the colors, and what's cool is in these paper packs, and all of our paper packs, DSP, it's Designer Series paper, it does tell you what colors are in them, which is so handy, so handy. So it did say that I picked this one. I picked Night of Navy. I picked Old Olive. I picked this one, which is a Seaside Spray, and Soft Seafoam, because that has Soft Seafoam in it. Okay, so I picked colors that matched with my inks. Okay, so all of our products coordinate. Isn't that cool? Now, the punch I'm going to use today is this one, Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. And this is in the big catalog on page 169, down in the very bottom corner. And I love it. A lot of people are a little intimidated by it because you can make 3 different sizes and you can punch these. Here's the trick. You want to, whichever side you're going to use, you want to insert your cardstock or your designer series paper and turn it over and see that it's centered. Okay? And then punch. Okay? So you can punch more than one. We're going to punch 2 at a time. So we're going to punch both of these. Put these in, center them. Punch. Okay? And we're going to do these 2. Same thing. Center them and punch. Okay, so we have those all punched. Trash. And now what I want to do is I want to use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put a strip of Stampin' Seal all the way down my cardstock, leaving just a little bit on the edges. Okay, and then one more strip. Just like that. So that when I put this on, so this coordinates with the color ink that I chose. And this is where it comes in handy that everything, so these are 1 inch, 1 inches wide, 1 inch wide, not inches, 1 inch wide, with no gap in between. Last one, right there. Flip it over. Where are my scissors? I look organized, right? Am I organized? Somewhat, I guess, but sometimes not so much. Trim those off. So when you want to use this, you can't use these little tiny ones because you can't. They have to be a little longer. Okay, not that I won't use those later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pop this up. I'm going to use an old pack of dimensionals. It just has some of these edges left. Don't throw those away. Heck no. Use every bit. It's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to take these loose. And mount this on our cardstock. The more I look at this, the more I love it. I think it needs some embellishments. So we're going to do our pearls. And as I told you, I like to color my pearls sometimes. So the blends are perfect. If you have Sharpie markers, those work also, but they're not in our colors. So you might have a little difficulty with using them. But look at how great these are. You can color these pearls, and look how they're like shiny, glossy, gorgeous little pearls. So I'm using the brush tip. And the cool thing is because these are alcohol markers, they dry super quick. Okay, I think I got them all. All right, so now I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Take these off. Yikes. That's got a lot of glue on it. Put one here. Man, they put a lot of glue on them. That glue dot's so big on the bottom. I guess that's cool. I think I need a random one up here. What do you think? Yes. And one more, because I'm going to always do odd, right? I'm going to be sneaky and put one over here. Okay, so there's our day 3 of our Salute to SaleABration. And this is featuring, again, the Designer Series paper sold on page 3, actually free on page 3, and the stamp set that's approaching perfection. Do think it needs something on the inside, so I'm going to use that cute stamp. I love this stamp. And I'm going to stamp this in Night of Navy on the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and do that now. If things really do get better with age, then you're approaching perfection. I mean, I'd be happy to get that. I think anybody would be happy to get that. Don't we want to be perfection? No. As we stamp, we aren't perfect, but how cute is that? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this card, and watch tomorrow for day 4. Thank you. Bye.